Hello again, everyone. Another message, this one from Facebook. Hello, Ollie. Thank you for accepting my friend request. If you read this on your YouTube channel, please leave my name out. Thank you. I have mediation coming up soon with my mom, and if nothing is agreed on, who knows how far she will take it. This woman abandoned me when I was about 10 in the form of working outside of the state. Problem with that is she kept me and my dad stringing along like she will be back. She did visit a few times and never sent money to help my dad with expenses. A few years later, she got pregnant with her now husband's son, making it obvious she moved on and started a new life. So my dad divorced her when I was 15, and because she never helped with support for me before, he never went for child support. Fast forward now, I'm in my 30s, and my dad passed away last year. Sorry to hear that. The day after he passed, my mom came to help me. She stayed at my house for 3 months. I was a total pushover by choice. I let her have total access to my dad's house. She said she was helping me clean. I knew she was just snooping, but I didn't want the drama, so I allowed it. A couple of things are missing now, but I'll get over it. It's just stuff. That's a good, as annoying as that is, it's a good way to look at it, because if she's gone now, it's probably worth it. She would talk all kinds of crap, saying my daughter is beating her, my mom. The girl was 5 and tiny. My mom said that my daughter needs to be punished by beating her back and acted like we rewarded my daughter for her behavior because my husband started taking the kids out to the park or zoo to get them away from my mom. Oh, your mother's a sadist. She likes to punish children. She then she goes as far to accuse my husband of molesting my daughter because she claims that while in my mom's care, my daughter kissed my son on the front of the diaper. I rolled with her punches as well as I could without losing my shit, keeping the peace as well as I can. Put my kids in daycare so she didn't need to watch them at all anymore. Dude, you should have bounced her long before this. Should have been like, there's the door, bitch. Don't let it hit in the ass on the way out. Now she is suing me for half my dad's retirement. Oh, wow. And you know what? I'm reading this one cold, but I can tell you what, she probably has a good chance at it because she was married to him, because that's the way fucking divorce laws work in this goddamn country. Disgusting. What an awful woman. What an awful fucking bitch. While she was staying with me, we found out that no arrangements had been made for her portion. I asked her if she knew what her portion was, and she said yes and gave me an amount. I offered her more than that, and I would eat the taxes thinking I was helping her out. Why would you? I don't even understand why you would have offered her anything. Really, this woman abandoned you ran off and to start a new family. She was fine with it and took it. Yes, I used a check and wrote what it's for in the memo. Now she's trying to sue me, saying I cheated her and won't admit what I did pay her. Well, if you have to cancel check that you cashed, I mean, that should be pretty easy. She has made a huge unnecessary mess out of it, turning me into a villain, and she is totally a victim. What could have been a mistake and easily fixed turned into she just wants more and more money out of it, which is probably why she left you and your dad to begin with for a better deal. This is why she ended up with this guy. I wonder where's her husband? I mean, what happened to him? Because if he's still alive and they're divorced or whatever, I'd want to talk to him and find out what the deal is, unless he's in on it. She's even trying to threaten me with the house that she did quit claim deed to me on because she was to get her name off my dad's house in the divorce, but they never got around to it. Mm. And my name was supposed to come off the house in the divorce too. Never happened. Big unnecessary mess. I would have given her more had she not been greedy. It's not unreasonable to believe she made a mistake and forgot to consider interest. Interest? This woman abandoned you. Where does she get her fucking balls? But why vilify me and act like I didn't pay? I can prove I did, so what's the point? I have been no contact since the end of March. Maybe when all this is over, I can properly deal with my dad's death and not think of her and this mess every single time I think of him. Really, that's all I want. Thank you for all you do. I wasn't sure I would be no contact for long until I came across your channel. Now I understand that's the way it needs to stay. Understand something. The only reason your mother came back at all was for the money. The accusations she was making against you and your husband and the kids and all that was to build the case so she could go into court. She was probably looking like, hey, do I have an angle here to just take over this house, have them kicked out, some kind of domestic thing, bring in, child services. Your mother is absolutely fucking disgusting. She's absolutely disgusting. Just a money grubbing whore is what she is. But because of the way divorce laws work here, and they usually favor the woman, if her name stayed on that house, I mean, it depends what was in the divorce decree. Was the house supposed to be sold or not? Uh, what a terrible, 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 terrible person. Horrible, horrible. Keep her out of your life. Never pick up the phone. I hope you do have the cancel check and what it was for. Again, I'm not a lawyer here. So, Angela, again, if you're watching this, maybe you can throw some comments in here as well, based on the letter I read. She is a paralegal for an attorney, so she might have a basis for some of this. Don't communicate with her. Don't offer her anything. Hopefully you have an attorney. Let your attorney handle it. But, the cancel check is huge. All the other nonsense with, the kids are being abused and your daughter's abusive, all that was her testing the waters, looking for a fucking angle to get at the money. That's all this is. That's all it's about. It's not about love. It's about money. All right. And the fact that she ran off at 10 years old and then your father had to finally divorce her, 5 years later, she had another family and with another kid. I'm not sure. I think if she gets remarried, that might just be for alimony. Usually if there's alimony involved, you get remarried, that nullifies the alimony. But I want to know, where's her husband that she remarried and your stepbrother? What's their deal? Are they still around? What are their dealings with her? If she's divorced them, I'd want to reach out to them and find out, what's your dealing with this woman? What's your dealing with your stepbrother here? Okay, because he's probably still around. How does he feel about her? Because chances are, if either they're divorced or her new husband also died, that this stepchild can't stand her either. Or if she's divorced from this guy, he can't stand her either, and she has a fucking pattern of this. But that's for your lawyer to figure out. Because you didn't mention anything about a relationship with your stepbrother or your half brother. So understand something. This woman was never out to help you. She was only after your money. The accusations she makes are only angles to get at. She was testing angles to get at your money. So never let this fucking woman back into your life. So thank you for your letter. This is a legal matter, so I'm not a lawyer. Again, Angela, if you're watching this, if you can comment, maybe throw her some tips, because she didn't mention anything about having her own attorney, but I would assume she must. And I'm sorry. I mean, you lost your dad. Your dad stepped up to the plate and took care of you and raised you, and this fucking narcissistic bitch runs off. She's obviously just a money grubbing whore. Stay strong. Keep your wits about you and don't listen to anything. don't let her back into your life ever, because if she comes knocking again, it's only going to be for money. And don't forget that. So thank you again for your letter. If you enjoy this channel, please consider making a donation to the GoFundMe link in the description box so I can help grow it. And remember, if you make a contribution and you want your story read, you go right to the top of the list, and I'll immediately make you a video first. Next opportunity. This is Ollie Matthews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all again shortly. Bye.